if just travel and living abroad itself isn't going to make me happy anymore, if it's not doing what I need it to do for me, then what's the solution? What is happiness and what is going to get me there? Hi guys, I decided to try out a new style of video. I love making vlogs, but it was truly a practice run to video making. This is an experiment. We're experimenting. I'm honestly having a great time. I think it's fun. And the only way to learn is by doing. So here we are. I've recently moved into the smallest little one room you've ever seen. There's no window, no natural light. The bathroom is the front door, which is fascinating. Never seen that before. I am starting to think that it is inhumane. I have the opinion that no one should live without sunlight. I woke up at 7 a.m. this morning. I thought it was the middle of the night. Golly gee wizards. I'm so tired. When I was 15, I went on a study abroad to Taiwan. Basically, since I was like 12 or 13, I wanted to travel. I wanted to learn other languages. This restlessness and this void that I feel like I had literally since I entered middle school, I decided to use travel as a way to fill that void and that restlessness. So when I was 15, I went to Taiwan and lived with 3 different host families with Rotary Youth Exchange. It really was the experience that pushed me into a lot of the interests and things that I pursue now. I don't regret going on my exchange at all. I was able to learn Chinese. My Chinese improved really quickly when I lived there. I made so many lifelong friends, so many beautiful experiences. The experience was like a bedrock for my life. It was really a foundation, and it propelled me to where I am now. That being said, I didn't want to go home. I could feel that I was like on the cusp of becoming fluent in Chinese, and I was terrified to go back to high school though. This is a really crucial point. I was so scared to go back to high school. One, I just had like a life-changing experience that no one was gonna understand or relate really to me in any way, and that was scary. I was leaving a whole family that I had created with these other students and the people I had, that had let me into their homes and in their lives, and my classmates. I was leaving this entire life behind to go back to kind of what I ran away from. I think ever since I got back home from that exchange is when this restless feeling heightened. I was so ready to graduate high school. I was so ready for the next thing. Like, I was ready to go to college, go and study abroad, just get me out again. Like, I don't want to be home. I want to go. So that was my mentality. By the time I graduated high school, I was ready to jump into life. I have lived abroad twice, once in Taiwan and now in South Korea. In many ways, travel and study abroad has been so fulfilling for me. All the things that I wanted to get out of studying abroad, meeting new friends, learning a new language, expanding my cultural awareness, novel, unique experiences. But at the same time, with studying abroad comes so many new and hard emotions that people in brochures just don't talk about. There's so many things that you get stressed about. I mean, mostly just like living alone in a new country. Stress about money. It is hard and it is stressful. You have to get a visa. You have to learn a new language. It's not your language. And it's hard, like making friends. It is hard. The stress of making new friends, keeping up relationships back home and here. There's just a lot of emotions and feelings that go into it. All of this to say, travel and study abroad, I wanted to use it as a way to fill the restlessness in me. But what I found was all of that, but then I also found new stress, new problems, new worries that I didn't have before. What I was trying to use as a way to fill in that void actually was just a distraction from the real things that would start to fill that void for me. External pleasures are only as effective for your happiness with as much purpose, intention, and mindfulness as you put into them. What I mean by this is if you're booking random trips, buying random X amount of clothes, or dyeing your hair, or maybe you get comfort through some other form of consumption, if you do all of these things without being mindful of why you're doing them, you don't get the full effect or satisfaction as what you wanted to get out of it. The main reason we overconsume is because we are trying to fill internal voids with external pleasures. So for me, I've noticed this pattern in myself that like when I'm feeling dissatisfied with my life, I often turn to these external resources like travel, clothes, and I still do this. I literally did this like yesterday where I'm just like, yeah, we're gonna get things together. I just feel like the quick and fast option is to do it with external things rather than do that internal work. I want to talk to you guys quickly about a conversation that I had with a friend. I had a conversation with him before I left BYU. And I told him that I wanted to go to Sweden and I wanted to go to South Korea and all these places that I want to go. He said to me, Elsa, the last time we talked, it was about 2 years ago. And we were sitting in a taco shop. I had just gotten back from my exchange. And I was telling him about all these places I wanted to go and things I wanted to do, lives I wanted to live. The first time, he just told me, that's great. At that point, he was just rooting for me. But then 2-3 years later, I'm sitting in his car. I'm telling him about how I want to go to Sweden and South Korea and I want to leave and I want to go and I want to do, and I'm so dissatisfied. And he looked at me and he said, I remember we had the same exact conversation 2 years ago, and it doesn't look like much has changed. It kind of took me back for a second, because I realized he was right. I was the same person with the same dreams and the same dissatisfied self. Because it wasn't just that I wanted to go travel. It was that I was using it as a way to fill something that I didn't know how else to fill. That restless feeling that was just always there. I remember, though, when we were in his car and he said, I don't think Sweden's going to make you happy. I don't think South Korea is going to make you happy. I don't think anything is going to make you happy. And I remember thinking in that moment, you have no idea what you're talking about. You have no idea. Watch me live my best life. And then I went to South Korea. Indeed, I found that restless feeling remained, didn't go away. So I've been thinking about that conversation a lot. If just travel and living abroad itself isn't going to make me happy anymore, if it's not doing what I need it to do for me, then what's the solution? What is happiness and what is going to get me there? Number one for me has been writing. Whether it's a song or a journal entry or some chaotic poem in my Google Docs, it's one of the best forms of catharsis for me. Other forms of catharsis can be singing or just playing my guitar or the piano. So what I would suggest is finding what works for you. What is your form of catharsis? What is your method of getting your repressed emotions out of your body in a way that you can sit with them or let them go, whatever it is? This leads us perfectly into the second thing. I'm not a philosopher, guys. I'm just a girl. Number two, spending time with yourself. So what do I mean by spending time with yourself? The obvious thing that every, person on the internet has probably said. Spend time with yourself, go on a date with yourself, blah, 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 blah. Yes. In my opinion, though, the daily practice of just sitting with your own brain, sitting down with your body, taking time to be mindful with your own thoughts is a necessity that I didn't seriously implement into my life until probably recently, and still am learning how to implement into my life. This second thing is different than just like going on dates with yourself and spending time by yourself and going on a trip with yourself. I think that's great. I personally don't like solo traveling. What I am talking about is simply the act of sitting with your own thoughts. If your friend leaves for 5 seconds, it's like, oh, I'm alone. Let me look on my phone real quick. If you're waiting for a train, if you're waiting for someone to pick you up, I fill myself with content all the time, I feel. And I mean, if you're watching this video, you're watching a piece of content. And honestly, pause the video, get out of here and go sit with yourself and just meditate, breathe, have nothing in front of you other than your own mind. I do not realize how disconnected I am from myself until I take that 5-10 minutes to meditate or breathe. Literally just breathe. The moment I take a few breaths, I'm like, holy bananas, I've been floating through this day. I have not been inside my body in tandem with my thoughts. It's honestly shocking to me the difference that I feel when I make an effort to be with myself, when I make an effort to be in my own body and mind. I mean, it's natural. It's natural for our bodies to just like, our mind to just go on about our day. Like if we're constantly being aware of like our existence, like, I don't know, that's a little much. Guys, I'm tired as. Number 3, and then we're going good night. Number 3, lastly, I'm going to say the thing that is the most obvious, but that I still have an extremely hard time doing. Invest in the people in your life. I know, maybe I'm basic. I'm just gonna read this to you, if you don't mind. Invest time into the people in your life. Lean on them. Happiness really does come through spending quality time with other good humans, not toxic ones, obviously. I'll tell you why this is the hardest thing for me though. I have always gotten my sense of self from what I do, not through my relationships with others. In those times when I feel stressed and when I imagine what I want in my life, I'm always imagining the people I love most to be there with me. Relationships do not grow on trees. They are trees. You have to nurture them. You have to be intentional. Sometimes you have to keep your circle small. You have to put time into the people who you know would put time into you, because at the end of the day, it may not be where you get all your fulfillment from. Like me, I love to be accomplished. I love to have goals, and most people do. Everyone needs to share their accomplishments with someone. Life is better when you have good people around you. This is something that I literally learned, guys. But this was something that I was like, wow, I need the people around me. I need good people that love me, that see me, that root for me. And I didn't realize how much I really needed that. That is the end of this video. I thank you for being here. Thank you for everyone in my life who roots for me, who wants the best for me. I'm excited for what's coming next. I'm excited for these new chapters. I'm excited to share more with you guys. I'm excited to create and push myself and try new things. I'm looking forward to it all. Thank you. I love you. Good night, guys.